We really have to have love again and then share all those narratives.
And originally we're from the Philippines and now working both in Australia and also in the Philippines.
Our work talks about the very idea of home, family, journey, migration movement, dislocation.
And this project actually started in 2006 when we were invited to do an exhibition with the City Baeño. So we were then still living in the Philippines, and for that exhibition we finally decided to move. So it started with 12 boxes of things that we're going to bring along with us. And when finally it was exhibited in Australia, those 12 boxes.
It's a very important object for us Filipinos, especially the ones who lives overseas. Because in this size of a box, which is 50 by 50 by 50 centimeters, if you put this in a container, it completely fits and fill up a container. And for us Filipinos who lives out from the Philippines or moves overseas, we send objects using these boxes, like to send to our families back home. And when we send these objects to our families back home, it's saying to them that we always remember you, and that even if we're far away, we are very sorry to have not been, we cannot go home. And we are sending all these objects to you just to let you know that you're always on our hearts and our minds.
And ironically, the title of the work is Address, which is supposed to be about settlement or settling down. So many locations that it creates some kind of like a different, in a way, becomes some kind of a site-specific in a way. When it was exhibited, for example, in another country, it gets into that context of that space, that site, and that location.
The best part, I think, of the story that we share with other people is that once they engage with the work and they see it, their story of them moving and their journeys also goes in the narrative of the total experience of this work, Address. And hopefully in this exhibition, with that, I think there's a need, and it's an important time that it's being shown again as to tell and share our story, and that the audience's story with us together. And yes, we really have to have love again and then share all those narratives.
We are still in a crisis, which is the pandemic, and I think people start traveling again after opening of the boundaries. And I think with this exhibition, it is important, it's timely, and it's important having to be here and to talk about looking into another meaning into what this location and diaspora is all about.